Oh, let me just tease out one other thing. I heard something very interesting this morning from a very reliable source that sometime next week, something amazing is going to be announced here in California. Have I already said too much? That was too much? I've said too much. Larry Elder, yes, that is right. Larry Elder, the sage of South Central, as he says, lifelong and lifetime California and Los Angeles resident. He is running for California governor. The main thing that I'm going to devote my time and my life and my energies and probably this show to over the next 13 or so days is the recall of Gavin Newsom. Newsom, I'm here. I'm one of your constituents. I'm attacking you. You're awful. I cannot wait till you're recalled. There's a moment happening in California right now. And as they say, as goes California, goes the country. Mr. Larry Elder, he's getting a lot of momentum. He was on Tucker Carlson last night. Those people are fired up to vote. Like if you hand sign something in the middle of recall, you think you're gonna vote on the 14th, on recall day? Yeah, those people are gonna vote. They are motivated to vote. And I think there's a lot more of them now than there was even back when the recall was happening. You live here too. Drive down the 101, the 405, there are recall Gavin signs everywhere. The events that I've been to, thousands of people showed up like Trump rallies. But as far as the polls, to like squarely answer your question, this is what they do. They, right before the election, they try to make it sound like, oh, there's no chance, to depress the voters. We all know that.
No matter how much you're sweating right now, nobody is sweating like Gavin Newsom right this very moment.
And look, if it's me and Scott Baio and Larry Elder versus Gavin Newsom, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris, I like our chances. I really do. So bring it, guys. And please, if you live in California, please vote. We know there is going to be fraud. We absolutely know. Everyone in the last couple weeks that approaches me about the election, they say the same thing. Do you think Larry has a chance? My answer is always yes, right? Like there is a chance. Like there is energy, there is pushback, like it's here, he's the right guy. That's why the media hates him so much. That's why they're bringing in the big guns to stop him. But then the second question is, will they fix it? Or what will they do? Or how corrupt is California? It's always the same, some version of the same question. What are all the systems that are in place to make sure that you don't have a bunch of activists that are counting votes and aren't just going to throw things away? I have no idea. I have no idea. They're going to fix it one way or another. Does Larry have momentum? Yes. Are the people sick of Gavin Newsom? Yes. Does anyone like Gavin Newsom? No. Do a lot of people like Larry Elder? Yes. But what are they going to do? Who's tabulating these votes? It's the entire machine, the entire system here is Democrats. So do you think they might be like, ooh, that Larry Elder guy's winning? Sorry, we're going to have to wait for those mail-in ballots. And by the way, a lot of them were mailed in today. So we're going to need 5 more days. Oh, and we might need a week. And we have been set up. We have been set up. That's just what I believe. So tomorrow is truly one of the most important days in America in the last 10 years. It's like if we can fix California tomorrow, maybe that is a signal. But I believe in the people, and I know people are angry, they're frustrated, and let's not forget,
a lot of the people that would vote
hand sign that recall in the height of the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's September 14th, Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. If you haven't been playing along at home, today is a big day for me, the people of California, the people of the United States, and thus the people of the world. That's right. I think there's such on-the-ground support that the media will never cover that this does feel a little bit to me like Trump 2016. But think about what's happening in America right now. Basically all of America, except the progressives, want there to be a black governor of California. And not because he's black, he just happens to be black. He's got good ideas. And it's like, man, if we could do this today here in California, what a signal we could send across America and then the world, right? Like what a signal it would be. And I really do think it could happen. I really do.
Stand by because the Associated Press has now just called it. You see the numbers on the bottom of your screen. You see the check mark there, 67.3, 32. Yes, that means that Gavin Newsom will not be recalled. The Associated Press has now called it. You've got 58% of the vote in.
It was interesting because 8 o'clock is when the polls closed, but basically at 8:01 they announced it was pretty much like it's over already because of all the mail-in ballots that they had already come in. So they were pulling it, they were showing you polls that it was like 70-30 basically at no on the recall basically at 8:05, something like that. And, it ended, or in essence it ended. Nobody was crying in that room. What you do in your life, especially if you live in California, that's up to you. Like, do you stay and fight? I don't see much hope in staying and fighting here. I think it's going to get much worse. There's just no reason to think it won't. I have done everything that I could possibly do to make this recall happen, to get rid of a guy that I think is a really terrible governor. Again, I'm not sitting here like, oh, this is the greatest day and there's so many, like, look on the horizon, like things will get better. I'm not really sure how I feel about that here in California right now. Actually, I think things are going to get a lot worse. I think they have the bad forces and the forces that I've been fighting against, that I believe to be the wrong ideas, like they're strengthened in California right now. But what sits next to that for me is that I feel like I personally did what I felt was right, and there's value in that. That no matter what happens right now, I know that I did what I thought was right. Like, I really did. I did what I thought was right. I'm not thrilled with the day. I have to really think about a lot of things in my life and talk to my team about the future and what we want to do about Cali and all of that stuff. Like, that's all legit. And I will say one thing, I crap on California a lot for obvious reasons, the taxes, the regulation, the homelessness, the whole thing. California does have the best laws around surrogacy, especially for same-sex couples in the United States, significantly better than places like Texas and Florida. I thought it was say his name, say her name. Wasn't that a thing? When a black person is shot, say her name, say his name. Well, they committed an assassination of Larry Elder here, a career assassination, a reputation assassination. Joe Biden refused to say Larry Elder's name as he's calling him a clone of Trump, a Trump clone. One of the reasons that I think that they purposely didn't say his name is they don't want you to Google Larry Elder. I really mean that. I know that might sound a little nuts, but Joe Biden, disgusting. It's actually disgusting. We forget everything else that I've said here. There was a black man was the leading candidate to replace Gavin Newsom in the largest state in the United States of America. And these people who tell us we're all racists refuse to say his name. They're awful. They're awful. If you looked at the media hits, we played the thing yesterday. If you Googled Larry Elder's name, just hit piece after hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. So that's what we're up against. But David beat Goliath. And I'm David.